We'll go ahead and start lying down on your backside so you can take a little breather before we start our hardcore workout. All right, and we'll place the band. You can go ahead and step into the band, just place it right up above your knees. So right up above your knees, and then just go ahead and lie on down on your backside. All right, so finding a spot where our feet are flat on the floor, just about hip distance apart. Since we do have the band should be tight in this position, right? We're not all the way out, but we're not allowing there to be slack in the band. So maybe positioning your feet a little bit wider or more narrow, just depending on what type of band you have. I'm using like a tighter band for today, but whatever you have works. Arms can just come right down by your sides. We'll find neutral spine, so hip bones resting nice and even. Feel the backs of your ribs press down into your mat. Make sure your gaze is straight up towards the sky so we're not tucking our chin or looking back behind us. Take a nice big inhale in here. On your exhale, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up away from the floor. And then inhale, just go ahead and lower your hips back down. All right, we're gonna get a couple more of those. Exhale to squeeze your glutes and lift up. Knees keep tracking straight forward. And then inhale, we lower back down. We'll get about 6 more of those, just working through your glutes. Exhale to lift up. Think about warming up the backside of your body. And then inhale to lower back down. And we'll go for 5 more here. Exhale, we lift up. And then inhale to lower back down. And we'll go last 4, pressing down through all 10 toes. Make sure your shoulders aren't creeping up by your ears. We want to keep the neck and shoulders nice and relaxed. We'll go for the last 3 here. Exhale to squeeze and lift up. And then inhale to lower back down. And then last 2. And then last one, we'll lift up and just hold it right there. So lifting up the hips into your bridge, we're just gonna take some little pushes out against the band here. So little tiny pushes, just thinking about warming up your outer hips. Squeeze your glutes so that your hips stay lifted up away from the floor, and then pull your belly button in here, scooping in to help give your lower back lots of support. Again, with your neck and shoulders, we're not creating any extra tension up through the neck and shoulders. We've just got 3 more here, and then 2 more. And then last one, the legs come back to center. Lower your hips down to hover. Exhale, lift up. When you get to the top, push out against the band. Bring your legs back to center and then lower back down. So warming up the lower half again, we lift up, push out, and then bring it in and back down. As we start to warm up, we really want to focus on our abdominal connection. So make sure abs are still working here to help us stabilize our spine, and we're not creating any extra tension or pressure in the lower back. We'll go for about 4 more of these. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up and push out. Think about the outer hips pushing out, not your knees, right? Just because the band is near the knees doesn't mean our knees are pushing. Really want to work through those hips so our glutes get that nice warm up. We've got 3 more. Exhale, lift up and push out. And then 2 more. And then last one, we lift up, push out, bring your legs back to center and just hold it right there. You're gonna take your right heel and lift it up away from the floor. And then stretch your right leg straight out nice and long. So left leg's holding us up, our hips are up nice and high. We're gonna go little pushes out against the band. So little tiny pushes out. We've got 5. Keeping your hips up, try to keep your left leg still for 4 and 3. Last 2. And then 1, bend your right leg, set your foot down, lower your hips down, hover, and then bring it right back up. Left heel lifts up here. We're gonna stretch your left leg out nice and long, and we've got those little pushes with the left leg. Our right leg wants to move in the opposite direction, but we're really trying to keep our right leg nice and still. Watching out for the tension creeping up in our neck and shoulders for 3 and 2. And then 1, bend your left leg, set your foot down, lower your hips down, hover, lift back up and hold it there. Little pushes out against the band with both legs. Little pushes out, keeping your hips up. We'll go for 4. And then 3. And last 2. And then 1, legs back to center, lower your hips all the way down. Pull your knees into your chest, give your body a little hug. While you're there, you're gonna shimmy the band down so it comes around your feet next. I kind of like to go right around the ball of my foot or the arch. And then just depending on the tension in your band, you could also like kind of make a figure 8 with your band and then wrap it around so you've got a little bit more tension. If it's already feeling like a lot of tension, you don't have to add in that extra bit. All right, so we'll find tabletop position, knees stacked right on top of your hips, and then ankles lined up with your knees. Arms are gonna open out wide to the sides here, and then we're gonna find imprint spine, so belly button pulls in. Take a nice big inhale, exhale, straighten out your right leg, kick it out in front, and then inhale, bend your right knee back to tabletop. Exhale, left leg straightens out, and then inhale, bend your knee and bring it back in. We've got about 3 more on each side. Just kicking one leg forward and then bend and bring it in. And then we switch to the other side and bring it in. As you're switching legs, make sure you're maintaining imprint spine and keeping your hips nice and even on the mat, even though one leg's pushing and one leg's holding down the floor. All right, after this next one, you're gonna bend both knees into tabletop and hold it right there. Hands come back behind your head. We're gonna take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, curl forward, coming into C curve shape, high Bodhi, and then inhale, we lower back down. Exhale, we curl forward, rolling up away from the floor, and then inhale, we lower back down. 2 more just like that. Exhale to roll it up, trying to peel a little bit more of the shoulder blades up each time, and then roll back down. And then next time we roll up, we hold it there. Exhale to roll up and hold. We're gonna take the right leg straight and the left arm's gonna reach back behind. So we reach opposite arm, opposite leg, and then come back to center, hand comes back behind your head. Left foot and right arm, we reach, 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 and then we come back to center. 3 more on each side. It's just a nice stretch, still in our C curve here, and then back to center. If your neck's getting a little fatigued, feel free to put your head down and just move through the limbs. Still going to be a nice challenge for your abs because we're still working to maintain imprint. And then stretching the arms up, not allowing your ribs to puff up. Last one on each side, we stretch it out and then come back to center and we stretch and then back to center. Lower your head and shoulders down, and then open your arms out wide to the sides again. We'll take your legs straight up to the sky here, flexing your feet. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, just push out against the band. And then inhale, bring your legs back to hip distance. Exhale, we press out, and then inhale back in. And just depending on how tight the band is, right, will determine how far apart your legs go. Main goal here is maintaining our imprint spine and keeping the hips nice and even. So make sure one leg isn't pressing out more than the other. All right, and we're just laying out with our feet up. This is like the most relaxing position we could be in. We'll go for 4 more here. Exhale to press out against the band. And then inhale back to center. And we'll go for 3 more. And back to center. We'll go for 2 more. And then center. And then last one, push out and just hold it there. See if you can pull your belly button in a little bit more. Give me some little pushes out against the band. Little teeny tiny pushes for 4. And for 3, don't lose that belly button connection. 2. And then 1, feet back to center, bend your knees tabletop. Adding on here, hands come back behind your head. We'll take a nice big inhale, stretch your legs up to the sky. Exhale, we curl forward, coming into C curve, push out against the band. Inhale, legs come back to center, and we lower our head and shoulders back down. So exhale to curl forward. When you get there, press out against the band with that last little bit of your exhale. Inhale, the legs come back to center, and we lower back down. See how slowly you can curl up, right? You're really using your abs, activating the top ones and then the middle, and then stretch it out nice and slow. I'm not really counting, so we'll say we've got 5 more to get to 8. Roll it up and push. Bring it back in and roll it down. Here goes 4 more. Exhale, curl it up a little bit higher. Press it out and then bring it in and roll back down. Last 2 here. Exhale, we roll it up and then press out. Bring it in. and then roll back down. Last one, let's curl up and hold it here. Push out against the band and then hold it there for those little pulses out, little tiny pushes out. See if you can curl up a little bit higher every time you exhale. We've got 4, oh, and 3, overlifting so high, 2, and then 1, legs back to center. Roll down, bend your knees, and set your feet down. Hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, we're gonna pass the band over to your hands next, okay? You can place your wrists into the band if that feels better. That way you don't have to work on grip, or if you want to grip onto the band, you could do that too, but we're gonna work a little bit of upper body work next, okay? I think I'm gonna try out wrists inside the band to press out like that. All right, so let's find the spot, feet again, hip distance apart on the mat. We'll take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, just squeeze your glutes and lift your hips up into your bridge. We're gonna stay here for a while. So really make that connection with your glutes and your abs to help you really strengthen in that position. Stretch your arms straight up to the sky and take a big breath in. On your exhale, push out against the band, and then inhale, come back to center. Keep looking straight up towards the sky, and then arms back to center. That was 2 out of 8. Exhale, we push, and then inhale back to center. And exhale, we press out. We're trying to break that band, and then back to center. Last 4 here. Exhale, we push, and then inhale back to center. We'll go for 3, and then back to center. Last 2, and center. Last 1, press out against the band and hold it there. Hips are gonna go down halfway and then lift back up. We keep the tension on the arms, and our hips are just doing those little pulses up and down. Every time you lift your hips up, see if you can purposefully press out against the band just a little bit more, right? Just as a reminder, like, oh yeah, arms, you're working. Constantly building that tension. We've got 4. And then 3. Ooh, last 2. Last one, lift up the hips, little pushes with your arms out against the band. We go for 5. And then 4. Keep pressing. 3, and 2. And then 1, arms back to center, lower your hips down. All right, so we're gonna take the band, place it around your right foot, okay? So right foot goes into the band. We'll take your knee into tabletop position here, taking a nice big inhale. On your exhale, you're gonna curl up to meet your right leg as you straighten it out and press forward. So we're doing like a little teaser prep here. Inhale, we'll just hold, and then exhale, we roll down, bending your knee along the way. We'll get 3 more like that. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest, curl it up, stretch your right leg out nice and long. Inhale, we just hang out, and then exhale, we roll it all the way back down. Last 2 here, nice big inhale. Exhale, we curl it up. See if you can lift up a little bit higher with this one. And then exhale, roll it all the way back down. Ooh, yeah, waking up all the abs. Last one. Exhale, we roll it up, seeing how much of our back we can lift up. Big breath in here. And then exhale, roll it all the way down. Bring your left foot up to meet your right, and let's just switch sides. So left foot gets the band, right foot gets to rest on the floor. We'll take that nice big inhale in to get ready. Exhale, we curl forward. As we do so, our left leg straightens out. Inhale to hold here. Think about opening up through your chest. And then exhale, roll your body all the way back down. We'll get 3 more here. Nice big inhale. Exhale, nod your chin, curl your body forward, stretch your left leg out nice and long. Inhale, we just hang out in our little mini teaser. And then exhale, we roll it all the way back down. Last 2 here, big breath in. We're rolling up higher this time. Exhale, curl it up. See if you can lift those ribs up away from the floor. Oh, and then roll it all the way back down. Here goes last one, best one here. Nice big inhale. Exhale, we roll it up, curl it forward, stretch your leg out nice and long. Big inhale. And then exhale, roll it all the way back down. All right, we're gonna try 2 of this next version. Take your right leg up into tabletop, but your left foot's gonna stay in the band. Right leg just comes right next to it, okay? Same thing here, but maybe this time we are going all the way into teaser, right? If that's in our practice. We'll take a nice big inhale. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest, curl your body forward as you stretch your legs out nice and long, maybe rocking all the way up onto those hip bones, maybe not. And then exhale, we roll it all the way back down. Whew. All right, don't let that right leg flail around. We want to make it work as well. Nice big inhale. Exhale, curl it forward. Use your abs to peel your spine up away from the floor. Let's just hold it right here in our teaser. We're going to do little leg lifts with our right leg. Lift up a little and lower. We'll go 3 and 2. Ooh, and 1. And then bend your knees, roll it all the way down. All right, switching feet. Right foot goes into the band. Left foot comes into tabletop. We'll take a nice big inhale. And then exhale, we curl forward, stretching our legs out nice and long, right? You get to choose how much of a teaser you're going into today. It's a nice big inhale. And then exhale, we roll it all the way back down. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Last one here. Exhale, we curl it up. Nice, rolling up nice and slow. Once you get there, see if you can open up your chest a little bit more, and then little leg lifts with the left leg. Inhale, lower, and then exhale, lift. We'll go 3 and 2. And 1, and then roll it all the way down. Ho, ho, ho. All right, you're gonna slide both legs into the strap. Bring it all the way up above your knees again. Alrighty, once you've got the band set up, we're gonna roll over onto our side. Doesn't matter which side, just whichever side you wanna do first. All right, so we're gonna find a spot where our bottom elbows lined up with our bottom hip and our bottom heels. Just gotta work those outer hips since we haven't yet, right? All right, we'll take a nice big inhale, lift up away from your bottom shoulder, lift the bottom ribs up away from the floor. On your exhale, we'll just do our little clamshell. So we open up the top leg and then we lower back down. So it's a nice exhale to lift up and then inhale to lower down. And we're just warming up those outer hips, working a little bit of external rotation here. We're gonna go for 4 more here. So our feet stay connected, but we're just opening up and then lower. Last 3, and then down. Last 2, and we lower. And last 1, and down. So make sure you're still lifted up out of your bottom shoulder. You're gonna stretch your top leg out nice and long. From here, our bottom knee stays bent. We keep lifting up away from our bottom shoulder. Now we're just lifting up our bottom hip as well too. Once we get there, we'll just take a nice big inhale and then lower the hips back down. So we exhale, lift the hips up, and then inhale, lower your hips back down. We'll get 2 more just like that. Exhale to lift, and then inhale to lower. And then next time you lift up, we'll just hold it right there. We're gonna go top leg up. So top leg lifts, and then it lowers back down. Exhale to lift up the top leg, and then inhale to lower. That was 2 out of 8. We're keeping our bottom shoulder lifted up away from our bottom elbow, creating space for our neck. And then think about those bottom obliques, helping to support your bottom hip as we lift. We've got about 3 more here. Exhale up, and then inhale down. And we'll go 2 more, and then down. And then last one, lift up and just hold it there. Point your toes, little tiny pulses lifting up the top leg. We're going for 4 and 3. Woo, last 2. And then 1, lower your top leg down, lower your hips down. We're switching over onto our hands and knees next. All right, so shoulders will be stacked right on top of your wrists. Knees are stacked right underneath your hips. We're gonna start with our left leg here, taking a nice big inhale. Exhale, just lift your left knee, drive your heel up towards the sky, and then inhale, lower your left knee back down. So exhale, we lift up away from the floor, and then inhale to lower. Every time you lift up your left leg, think about pulling your belly button in to really, really support your spine, right? We're creating a little bit of intra-abdominal pressure so that our lower back does not have to work a lot, okay? We're going to go for about 5 more here. Exhale to lift up. And then inhale to lower. Try to bring your weight to the center rather than shifting over to the right. We'll go last 3. And then last 2. Make sure gaze is out past those fingers so we're not tucking our chin. Lift up your knee and just hold it right there. We're going to go little pulses as we try to lift up our left knee a little bit higher without shifting our hips or collapsing into our shoulders, still breathing and keeping our abs in tight, right? Not too much to think about. Here we go, 3. And then 2. And then last one, lower your knee down. All right, let's go straight over to the other side. I know, I told you, we're not messing around tonight. Here we go, right leg's gonna lift up. Nice big inhale, exhale, drive your right heel up towards the sky. And then inhale, lower your right knee back down. We're lifting our chest up away from the floor. Think about trying to create space between your shoulder blades to help pull your chest up away from the floor. And then we lower back down. Don't forget about head placement. We're not allowing our chin to drop down to our chest. We're gazing slightly forward and down. So just out past our fingertips. We've got about 5 more here. Lift and then lower. Belly button pulls in. We're keeping our hips nice and centered, not shifting over to the left. Here goes last 3. And then 2. And then next time we lift up, we just hold it there for those little tiny pulses. Little squeezes through the right glute as we lift up. Right hamstrings get a nice little workout as well too. We're going 5 and 4. Last 3 and 2. And then 1, we come all the way down. You can push your hips back. We'll take a little breather. All right, rolling it up nice and slow. We'll just flip over so that way we're side lying on the other side. Nice part is we do get to lie down. All right, there's a win. All right, so on our side lying here, we've got bottom elbow, bottom hip, and feet lined up with each other. We're gonna take a nice big inhale. We're thinking about lifting up away from the floor, especially so we're not collapsing into our bottom shoulder. Nice big inhale. Exhale, we rotate the top leg up. The feet stay connected. And then inhale, we lower the top leg back down. Exhale, we rotate up. And then inhale to lower back down. As you're lifting up your top leg, think about what's happening through your ribs and the rest of your torso. We only want our top leg to rotate. Everything else stays nice and still. And that's where the abs come in. They're resisting that urge to rotate so that it's just our top leg rotating. We'll go for 3. And then 2. Oof. And then last one, rotate. And then lower down. All right, top leg gets to stretch out nice and long. Here we go, big breath in, lift up away from your bottom shoulder, lift your hips up. And then just lower your hips back down. All right, this is our little oblique warm up to give our obliques a little heads up as to the fun that's to come. We'll get 2 more, lifting up, exhale up. And then inhale, lower. And then this time we lift up, we just hold it there. Exhale, lift up and hold. Think about your bottom shoulder. Think about your bottom hip. Top leg lifts. Exhale, we lift. And then inhale, we lower. We only lift our leg up as high as we can keep our torso nice and still, right? So ensuring that we're not seeing into our upper body. We've got about 5 here. And then 4. Oh, here we go. 3. And 2. And then lift up and just hold it there. See if you can lift your torso up away from the ground a little bit more and then give me those little pulses up and down. Here we go, up and up. We've got 5. And 4. Whew, 3. And 2. Last one. And then lower your top leg down, lower all the way down. Oh. All right, we're gonna work our way over onto our forearms and our feet so that way we're in a forearm plank, okay? So elbows around the mat. And then toes are pressing down into the floor. If this is too wild for our Wednesday, we could always go knees on the floor as well too. We'll take a nice big inhale in here. On your exhale, just step your right foot out towards the edge of your mat and then bring your right leg back in. And then left foot steps out towards the side and then bring it in. So right foot steps right and then back to the center and then left foot steps left and back to the center. Goal is to keep our shoulders stacked right on top of our elbows And to keep our torso in a nice straight line, crown of your head reaching forward. We're gonna get 2 more on each side. So we tap it out and bring it in and tap and in. Last one, each side, out and in and out. And then lower your knees down. You can take a child's pose or a down dog or whatever stretch feels good. Oh, I know, finally getting our heart rates up a little bit, right? It's about time. Jeez. All right, so we're gonna work our way back into our plank. This will be like our grand finale, okay? So finding your nice strong elbow plank. We didn't do any upper body work, so we gotta add some in. Legs are gonna stretch out nice and long. We're gonna work our way up onto our hands. So you'll place your right hand down right where your elbow was, and then place your left hand down, and we come up into a high plank. Then we're gonna place our right elbow down right where our right hand was, and our left elbow down right where our left elbow was. Let's try leading on the left. Left hand lifts up, and then right hand follows. And then left hand goes down, and right hand follows. We'll do this again on the right. Option to drop the knees down. You'll still get a nice upper body workout, right? Still feel those triceps work to help you lift up. All right, one more on each side. Right arm up, and then left, and then right arm down, and down. And then we go left arm up, and up, and left arm down, and down. All right, knees can come down. We'll take a little breather. All we're gonna do is put those 2 moves together. So we're up, up, down, down, with our plank out, out, and in. I know, grand finale. We're going out with a bang. All right, so make your way into your elbow plank. We're gonna start with the left first, okay? So elbows down, feet are just about hip distance apart, maybe a little closer in your plank. We're gonna lift up with the left hand. Left hand lifts us up, and then right hand, hold it right there. The left foot's gonna step out, then the right foot steps out, then the left foot steps in, and the right foot follows. We're gonna go down with the left arm. Left arm comes down, and then right arm follows. Right arm's gonna lift up, and then left arm follows. We're going out with the right. Right foot steps out, and left foot follows, and then right foot steps in, and left foot follows. Going down with the right arm, and then up with the left arm. Out with the left foot, and right, and then bring it in, and in. Back down with the left, and then up with the right. Oh my goodness, right foot steps out, and out, and we bring it in, and in. We're halfway there. Left arm down, sorry, right arm down, and then left arm up. Woo, left foot out, and right, bring it in, and in. We go down with the left, and then up with the right. Out with the right, hand out, bring it in, hand in, right arm down. One more on each side. Left arm up, and then left foot out, out, in, left foot or left arm down, and then right arm up. This is it. Right foot out and left foot. Bring it in, hand in, hold it there, lower down to your knees, push back. Oh, child's pose. Okay, what a fantastic workout, right? Oh my goodness. We'll go ahead, take our band off. You're gonna work your way all the way down onto your back. I think our hips deserve a little stretch after all that, yeah? Woo! All right, you get to lay all the way down on your back. Once you get there, go ahead, take your right foot, cross it over your left foot. Coming in for a little figure 4 stretch here. We'll keep your left foot in contact with the mat and just move your right knee in a little bit towards your body and then push it back out. So we come in and push out. And the next time you push out with your right leg, you're just gonna place your hands, wrap it around your bottom left leg and give your outer hip a little stretch. And so if that's a little bit too much through your lower back or you're feeling tension through your shoulders, you could always keep your left foot down and just focus on creating that space between your torso and your thigh. All right, once you get a good amount of that stretch, you can set your right foot down on the floor. I like to just kind of rock my knees over to the left And then rock them over to the right. And then we'll make our way back to center and take your left leg up to the sky. Cross it over the right leg. And from here, just kind of pull your left knee in and push it back out. So we bring it in a little and then push it out. And we'll get one more, bring it in and push back out. Hold it right there. You can take your hands, wrap around your right thigh this time and just give your outer hip a little stretch. All right, once you've gotten a good amount of that side, you can place your feet down again and allow your knees to drop over to the right. And then bring them up and over to the left. And then we'll come back to center. You're gonna take your arms out nice and wide to the sides. Move your hips over to the right a little bit. And then allow your knees to drop over to the left. You can stay like that, or you can turn to look over your right shoulder. And then bring your head back to the center and allow your knees to follow. And then we'll move our hips over to the left. And then your knees can drop over to the right. If you want that little extra, take a look over your left shoulder. And then head comes back to center. Your knees can follow. And then just pull your knees in and give them a nice hug. Draw some small circles on the mat with your back. And then take circles in the opposite direction. All right, from here, we'll either roll onto our side or roll like a ball, coming all the way up to a seated position. All right, and we did it, our band workout. Yahoo! Look at our nice little oblique stretch. Yeah, okay, we got a little sweaty. Yes, okay. Nice big inhale, right arm reaches up and over. And then exhale, sweep across the front. And then left arm reach, and exhale, sweep. And we'll get one more each side. Big inhale to reach, and exhale, sweep. And then left arm reach, exhale, sweep. And roll your shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall. And that's a wrap. Pilates Party Wednesday night. Thanks for coming to play.